So welcome guys, and we had update 3.0 for Football Life. Let me just take you through what we're gonna talk about. A quick summary to start with. They updated leagues, promotions, relegations. They applied the winter transfer. This is probably the most important one. Some game updates. They added more kits, which is always nice. And they say they're improving the performance executable that relates to the version of the CPUs and some other enhancements, they say. So let's go into the details. This update can be applied to any of the versions. You don't need to do any increment. Whatever you have, you can just apply this update, okay? Any previous Master League or Become a Legend will continue, and we'll verify these things. We'll verify these things because I'm gonna install it with you guys, and we're gonna check all this out. I don't know, the screen always jumping because of all the ads that showed up. Okay, so this will apply a new edit file. So the older file will not work. So this is an issue if you have edits on custom faces or boots or custom players you created. That is the issue. There is a tutorial for it. I'm not gonna go over it here, but they have a tutorial for that if you bother to do that. I don't like to be saving all the teams and then retrieving them again. I don't have a lot of updates to do anyways, but they are saying that they updated the game executables, so don't allow the antivirus to delete the new files. So some improvements. This will replace what they call the CIDR ini or the configuration file for your CIDR. So this is an issue. You may want to back up if you have any custom mods through the CIDR. And then we'll update the gameplay version. But I already applied that because they already had the beta version before. But anyways. So some of the details here, let's go quickly through it and then we'll install it. The league updates. So they're saying that some of the leagues are just getting started and some other ones will have some other updates. But in terms of promoted teams, you're going to see in the Americas and Japan, China, see, because they have a different schedule when they start. So that's pretty much what they have changed here. And some teams, they could not put them all because there's just too many teams that to put in on a league. Added more update kits, going quickly through this because you can always read through this. But it's always welcome to have, they updated 30 clubs here. So that's always nice. And I know it takes time. So some executables relating to the type of processors, and we've been seeing this, they've been seeing it, they knew that they have an issue, but you use this executable, the 2023 for all gen CPU, and for these two particular ones, then you use the 12G. And that's the whole issue there. You can read more, they have a link for it, okay? I don't think this is as common for all of us. And then there are some known issues. Remember, I said there were too many teams in one league, like the Argentines. So if you want to use some of the new promoted teams that they added under the other American teams, you can just go and under competition structure and remove some teams and then replace them with the ones that were promoted. So you can do that before you starting. The known issue about creative players, custom players that disable the first transfer window in ML Master League. They still have it. They still having issues with this, so they still working with a temporary workaround for both cases, reducing the starting year. Oh. So if you can change the starting year, there's a tutorial for it. I'm not gonna do that because it's such a pain. I'm just clicking here so you see what I mean. You need to download a particular editor, an hexadecimal editor, and then go in files, like several files I did to change some of the digits. I'm not gonna mess with that. I think I'm okay, and I'm not creating any players that from the beginning they're in a new team. So very well. So I'm gonna download by using Mediafire. You can use Mega as well. All we're gonna do is run it as an administrator and then just start the game as usual, okay? And the antivirus false positive, they say that there are no bad files here, bottom line, okay? So we should be okay. So I'm gonna quickly hit the media fire, and you get a lot of advertisement, but in the middle there is the generating link message, and it's ready to download. So I'm gonna click on that and download it. So this is 1 point+ file, and I'm just gonna put it on my I think in my downloads file. So I just had a few there that I've been messing around with, and I'm gonna say okay, and it will download. So guys, I'm gonna go in the game, download this. We're gonna go inside the game, verify the master league, verify any that indeed it deleted any of my custom players or any edits that I did, and then check out some of the updates to the rosters for the winter transfer. Let's do that. So here is my download. I need to extract it. So I'm using Windows 11. I'm still getting used to it. So I need to go here and open my 7-zip, and I'm just gonna extract it right here. So this happens pretty fast. Especially 7-zip is pretty good and it's free. So all right, so let me just, I'm gonna minimize this here. And I have these executables, so I'm gonna run it as an administrator. I always like to run as administrator. I think it's a lot smoother. And I'm gonna say yes. Let's go update it. I'm gonna say next. This will install update 3.0. That's what I want to do. And now I need to find where my game files are. And this will depend on everybody's, location of the game. I know mine is in a particular drive. It's not going to look like yours, I'm sure. And I got it inside a folder that's named game files. But it is where your application is. And the data, download, and site add-ons folders should be in that, under that particular spot. So I should be okay here, and I'm gonna hit next, and it will update the game where it should be. So at the beginning it was running a little bit slow like this, and I said, oh, but then it speed up and it was done pretty quick. So don't demise. It will go update completed. So it says it's installed. So I'm gonna exit, and I'm just gonna start the game as usual, just by clicking on my desktop icon. Let me just close this out, get it out of the way, and off we go. Now, I want to make sure that you guys check on this. I'm gonna go in here because before I run it, I want to make sure that install this. So I'm gonna check my ini file or the configuration file. Okay, so here is where insider add-ons within the game files. I'm gonna open this, and I'm gonna go into the configuration settings for the Cider. I don't know why someone has it as CINI. We call it the Cider ini. I always call it the configuration file. So it's this one here. So indeed, you know what? I forgot to save a copy of this. If you don't, you need to re-enter the instructions. It would have been better if I saved a copy, and then I would have just cut and paste into this new configuration file, my old one. So, but luckily it's very basic what I've done, because I have only applied mods through the live CPK. And what I'm gonna do here is just put reinstalled or re-enter my couple of instructions to use the Live CPK mods that I had on. So Live CPK and those menus do not work in this game, so I gave up, but I'm gonna enter a couple of instructions here. I already had the faces. I need to enter an instruction to apply mini faces. And you saw my previous video in the channel. You haven't seen it, check it out, because this is how to apply mini faces in the, so in your game plan, you can see the new mini faces for the players. So I got a video on that, and you can do it through the CIDR without having to generate any CPK files. And the other one is real turf that we are applying, so we don't have that. It's resolving the King's Power Stadium issue with looking like it has no on it, but in this case, you know, it resolves with the new turf. Everything else should be okay. This is already comes set up to run stadium, scoreboard, etc. kits, servers, so we should be good to go. All right. So I'm just gonna go, and the other thing I'm gonna check is show you that the teams mapping under the stadium server is not impacted. The only thing that it gets impacted in the CIDR is the configuration file or the ini file for the CIDR. Everything else is left alone. The files are still there, are not touched, and here my teams are mappings are good. All right. So let's go in the game and check if I Master League that I did a test for the upcoming Everton. Now that we updated the game, that's what I was waiting for. We are gonna restart this. I just played one game and it's here, it's good, it's good. And this is giving you, I got João Leão into Everton. So I'm giving you an egg. So, okay, let's go. That was working. Let's check out my custom players. I'm going to go down to new players because I created an avatar and it's not going to be here. And indeed, it's gone because I was using Modric and it went back to itself. So I need to enter that. So if you have changed boots, apply boots to players, change the color of the hair or appearance, is gone. It's gone unless you do that turnaround, which is tedious with the teams import export. They have a link on. You can do that, but I did not bother to do that. So let's check the Premier League. Let's check Chelsea, who went crazy getting players. And I know, for example, Joao Felix is on loan. And there he is. He is in the roster. So they updated that. Enzo Fernandez. They play over 100 million for Enzo Fernandez. Is also in the roster. And he better start. I put Kepa there because Kepa has been playing as the goalkeeper. He's back as a starter. So let's move Enzo Fernandez here. And I think if I want to, Reece James should be there. So Marco Kurela has been also playing. And well, I'm not going to update the whole thing here. Kai Havertz should be on. So, but anyways, guys, you know, it looks like they updated the players and the transfer window. It looks good. So it's good to know. Guys, let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this gives you a really quick view of the update. I just wanted to, I don't have a lot of time, but I want at least to pass on that this has been issued and it's very, very simple, as you can see, on how to install it. It can be installed on any of the other versions. Okay, I hope to see you on, or you can see the next video on the next one.